So, according to our book, anxiety is a feeling of dread that comes from internal doubts about our ability to perform effectively. After taking the test, I got a 131, but according to the test, I'm sorry, 131 is a moderate level of anxiety, which I agree to because I do feel like I get really nervous when it comes to public speaking. Online, I've noticed that not so much, just a little bit, because it's different than having a whole class look at you. I mean, eventually, like here they do look at you, but you don't really tell or know when they do look at you. But I've noticed that when I have taken classes at campus and I have to present, I get really nervous, and it's usually right before. Like I can be sitting down and I'm not even paying attention to like the person before me who's presenting. I'm just thinking, oh my god, like I'm gonna get so nervous. I'm gonna mess up. I'm gonna forget this and that. Even though like I can practice that the previous night so much, and I'll still forget the next day, and I'll still get nervous, and I'll still sweat, and I'll still just go crazy. Um, called the category that fits me according to the book, I say is state communication apprehension, which is a situational anxiety attack, the intensity of which depends on such factors like the size of the audience, how well you know the people in your audience, how well you know your subject, and the status of the individuals in your audience. I think this goes with me because I mean, sometimes it doesn't really matter the size of the audience. It's usually always a big class, and regardless whether it's small or big, it still gets me nervous. Although probably most of the people in the class are thinking the same thing as me, and they're probably nervous like me, but I still get nervous. The technique that, according to the book, that I think would benefit me to uh, be better would be the cognitive restructuring technique. I think would be my technique to overcome public speaking because, as it says, self talk statements turn negative statements into positive statements. So um, they are in that theory. There's three characters that about the statements that they do. They're without evidence, future rather than present oriented, and unrealistic. So technically, all the things that I'm thinking, like people are going to be looking at my hair, people are going to be looking at how I'm talking, how fast I'm talking. They're all unrealistic because realistically, like I said, I think people are actually more nervous than I am because they're probably next. So this theory it turns false statements into positive ones and or realistic ones. So I think that's what would benefit me.